Okay, so we talked about the new, let's talk about the edit. When the user presses edit, means he has access to the function edit, and he has access to a row. Guess what? The edit, if he doesn't have access to the row, the edit doesn't show. You're editing a row. You have to have highlighted one row to be able to edit. Once you say edit, the system, the first thing that it does, let's say you did not interfere, you as a Prosper expert did not interfere. You did not write any event for this object. Okay? So when you do edit, the system, what it does, it doesn't select. It will go to the database. He knows what row I'm on. The system will go and will try to select that row from the database. It will select that row from the database. Once it selects that row from the database, it will present you with a form based on the view defined for that object, with the first column, the second column, whatever, the third column, anything that you want, right? And we'll write here edit, or it says okay, right? It says okay or cancel. Okay? So it will select these values from the database. It will fill each column from that row that was selected from the database. That information, we'll get that information. We'll put it in that form. Okay? Not all of it. It depends what you have configured in the view. Okay? And will allow you to edit that form. Now, once you press, so this is when you press edit, right? When you press OK, what does the system do? The system will do a validate, the validate process to make sure that it applies the rules of the view validation. If this thing must be filled, it will fill it. Okay? Nothing else. And after, if the validate passes, it will do what? It will do the update. It will run the SQL update and send it to the database. If the database says, hey, okay, I accept this update, it commits the work. If it says, I don't accept that update, it rolls back the work. Okay? Great. We okay? Now, let's say, but this is Prosper, and you are Prosper experts. You are the directors. You are the ones who decide what happens when you want to interfere at every single point of view. You want to interfere at every single point of view. The first thing that you can do is there is an event before the select, or no, after you do the select here, there is an event called before mode row. What do I mean? There's an event. Means I'm allowing you to interfere in this event. I'm allowing you to write any function, to run any function that you want, or combination of functions or libraries at this event. Can I modify? Do you want me to do anything before he does modify? Does this thing work? All these kind of things, right? Now, I want to add one more issue, that here in the select there is also a check on the status of that row to make sure the status type is available, or can I edit or not. If the status type is available or closed, you cannot do an edit. It depends on the status, but it's the system will do it without you having to do anything. So after it does the select, it checks on the status type. Can I edit? Does it allow me to edit? You don't have to do anything yourself. The system automatically will do it. So this is the check that's done. Here in the before mode row, usually you don't do a lot of stuff, but maybe you capture some information in place, you put them aside. So maybe you wanna check what did he modify, what did the user modify, and what was the value before and what is the value after, and stuff like that. Okay? Now, let's say while you are editing, you want to be able to add a column here. For example, the example that we used there, a date column, right? But it's not in the form. You want to add something to the form. So where do you want to add something to the form that will remain with you? It is with the add modify row. We've seen that when we do insert, right? When we do new.
Yes.
The same thing. That's why with add modify row means when you're adding or modifying a row, you would see this. Okay? That's where you add a new column to ask for more data from the user. Now, let's say the user clicks on OK. What happens after that? The first thing that we do after doing the validate, which is the view, we do after add mod row. We've seen that also when we do new. So you see, add mod and add mod means after adding or modifying. Here after adding, modifying. Here after only what? Modifying. Before modifying. Okay. After adding modifying row, what do you want to do? Is there something called after modify row by itself? There is no. It's only called after add modify row. Okay? We've done that. If everything passes, that's it. We're done. So in the modify, we only have 1, 2, 3 things to work with because you're modifying the row. Okay?